is sometimes there's a need to have table information. So you can work with the Bootstrap grid, but there might be some things that really do need to fall into a table. And in that case, Bootstrap actually does provide the ability to work with tables within Bootstrap as well. So you can see here all these different options are available for Bootstrap on tables. They've got your basic examples. It's just a standard table. All you have to do is do table, class table, and that lets Bootstrap know that it's a table that you're working with. So we've just got the class of table, and then we've got some options here as well. So when we do type in table, we see that we've got a bunch of options here in drop down that Dreamweaver is suggesting. So we've got a bordered table, hover, responsive, striped, and a few other options. One of the really neat things about tables is that you do have this option for hover. And what hover does is, this is one that I really think is a really great option within Bootstrap, because when you're hovering over the different elements in the table, so without the hover, nothing happens. And when you do have that hover, you see that kind of highlighting when you're hovering over that row. And all of these, so I've added some cells here without that styling, without the default color styling that Bootstrap provides. They're also referred to as contextual classes, so they're actually the ones that are adding the color. So it's the same as the buttons, the same idea. And you can see that the hover really does add a really nice effect. So when we look at the code, all it is so I've got the table header here, I've got table bordered, table hover. I've added those classes to add that functionality. And then when I do my first row here, so I've got added in these contextual classes, so these give that the ability to have some color. Same way that the buttons worked, where we've got warning, we've got danger, we've got info. And then in the additional rows and cells below, we just left it with the 3 dots blank. So they're not going to actually have any styling attached to them, but by default you can see that Bootstrap already applies that hover class to it when it's applied to the table itself. So really good stuff that you can do with tables as well. And probably by now you're seeing all the advantages that you can use when you're using Bootstrap. So we've got a whole bunch of additional classes that we're going to be going through in the upcoming lessons as well, that are really going to add that really cool effect to your website.